Spawning into a new Minecraft world is an experience like no other. You're placed upon the grass of an uncharted land and free to let your creativity thrive. Build whatever you want, wherever you want, and learn the secrets that hide throughout the lost caves and various dimensions of Minecraft. However, throughout your journey, as days pass and the sun sets, monsters will begin to emerge, paranoia and loneliness begin to set in, and the possibility of unknown entities will weigh on your mind. Today we're going to take a deep mine through the blocks and find everything scary about Minecraft. The first layer of this horror consists of the base mobs of the game. These are the elements that are meant to be scary, so to say. Enemies such as zombies, skeletons, and spiders typically cause no fright. But I want to put a focus on creepers, endermen, and ghasts. These three enemies may not look hideous on the outside, but they all have the potential to cause some sort of sporadic jump scare. Oh boy, diamonds! Ah! Whether it be turning your back to an unknowing creeper, accidentally looking an enderman straight in the eye, or being sent to oblivion by a ghast's fireball. I even put together a little compilation for you.
Creeper!
Where's the creeper? Oh,
wait,
shit.
wait! No! No! Ah!
Here need teleport.
Oh my god!
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, many. God. Ah!
Some of these enemies are also kinda terrifying in themselves. Have you ever heard the dry sound of a ghast cry? Looking at the disfigured jaws, an enderman quickly begins to rush towards the player. And don't even get me started on the warden, but we're gonna save him for a little later in the video. These enemies are barely frightening, but I wanted to include them as they're likely the first encounter a player is bound to get a quick scare from. It won't take long before a player enters their first cave. In here, we can expect to find a dark and endless pit of mobs, falls, lava, and the only reason why anyone would end up here, ores and loot. Unless you're afraid of the dark, this alone won't be too bad. But these winding caverns are filled with eerie and uncomfortable sounds. This is probably the most notorious creepy element of Minecraft. If you look up pretty much any scary Minecraft things list, this is sure to come up. Sounds like these come at the most unsuspecting times, and even if there's nothing around you, it just sends chills down your spine. This noise especially is frightening because within these caves lurks the Warden, a new mob that's a colossal and dangerous hell-sent creature. He emerges and lifts himself from the ground to only then charge players while his heart shines through an open ribcage. The Warden is also very deadly. No one wants to die within the depths of a cave, or especially in a hardcore world, so that's just another added fear to this already terrifying mob. Throughout your journey in the cave, players can stumble across abandoned dungeons that, when looted, have a chance to hold music discs. These are normally just catchy tunes. However, two have very odd and unusual sounds. These are Disc 11 and Disc 13. Disc 11 consists of a rather troubling story. We hear a player coughing and slowly walking through what I imagine is a mine shaft. We hear the sound of a lighter click, and it isn't until some time that we hear the player begin to run. Something begins to make its way closer to the player until all sounds go mute, with the exception of some static recording noise. Disc 13 isn't anything too special, but it's a rather ominous soundtrack that differs from the others. The end in Minecraft is always a surreal moment when visiting it for the first time. After spending days, or in some cases, 8 minutes, players can visit a world lost in the corners of time. Resting upon an island in the middle of nowhere, every direction is home to, well, nothing. Endless voids reach as far as you can see. Scattered upon this island are hundreds of Endermen, as well as one dragon, a final test to challenge players who made it this far in their world. While this battle is hopefully one to remember, it's not why we're here. Defeat the dragon and make your way to the bedrock encased portal. Players can teleport away from this lone isle and explore a vast land consisting of white floors, purple trees, and cities that rise higher than any other procedurally generated structure in Minecraft. This is cool, right? Considering all the awesome loot you can find here. Well, I wanted to visit these cities as there's something off about them. They're empty. Especially with the various items and endgame resources flooding each chest, it just seems so apparent that someone lived here. So apparent that many people lived here. Villages in the overworld are filled with villagers, bastions in the nether are filled with pigmen, but no one is left to hold down what remains of the most established structure and home in the game. Whoever did live here is gone, and the homes they built are all that remain. Okay, so there is a theory that backs up this claim, and it's rather depressing when you realize that it makes a lot of sense. So if you haven't heard of it, let me explain. Endermen are a lot like our character, right? I mean, they can pick up blocks, they're neutral, and they even share similar face features. So how do we connect to the Enderman? Well, in our analysis of what makes the End creepy, we go off the notion that there was once a race like ours who collected resources and built these cities. So let's believe this to be true. They built a home in the overworld, conquered the nether, however they didn't expect the End to not have a return home. They teleport to the End, and instead of defeating the dragon, which spawns the portal back to the overworld, they inhabit the land and build a new home amongst the sandstone. This civilization builds large cities and stores loot similar to how they would in their original homes. They even build flying ships and wings as desperate attempts to return, but nothing works. Eventually their food runs out and they're forced to live off the chorus fruit. This natural plant of the End eventually poisons and morphs them until they become the creature known as the Enderman. It's also worth noting that when you defeat the Ender Dragon, you get an achievement titled Free the End, implying someone was prisoned here. Obviously, you have to expect that the game theorists did a large video surrounding this, and it's worth a check if you haven't seen it already. The theory makes a lot of sense, and when you think about it, it truly is dark to imagine such an extinction of a species and the birth of a new shell, still holding small skills and features they once had in a previous life. Minecraft really isn't a scary game at its core. I'm picking out many small details that add a layer of eerie horror to the game, but many players will rarely feel creeped out when playing on an average world. The game is often bright with fun and cute animals who accompany a player with their explorations. Players can build a home that's full of life and character and truly make the experience their own. However, no matter how creative you are with your designs, there is no escaping the fact that you're alone. Stuck in a universe made out of blocks, there is no one to turn to or speak with in your travels. Obviously, this is only applicable to single-player worlds, and the game has felt a lot less lonely since adding more frequent villages. But building your base far from these landmarks puts players in a state of paranoia and dread. I think we all can relate to that weird feeling that we saw something out of the corner of our eyes. We proceed to search, but alas, find nothing. We can assure ourselves that it truly was nothing as we know we're alone, but even with this, we still cannot shake that feeling that something's around the corner. Our mind can sometimes fill this void with music and audio from the game to distract ourselves, but take a listen to how weird Minecraft sounds without music. The lack of anything accompanied by a land of infinite size just feels so unnatural when you're by yourself. This effect weighs heavily into our next segment of this video. Herobrine was a staple of my childhood. I loved the thought of creepy, unnatural secrets in games. I'm somewhat embarrassed to admit the amount of hours I spent searching Mario 64 for Luigi, Ratman in GTA 4, and Ben in Majora's Mask. However, none of these compared to the amount of time I spent searching the hills and caves of Minecraft for the white-eyed dead brother known as Herobrine. In 2010, a story was posted documenting an unusual day in Minecraft. A player was exploring a new world when he stumbled across someone in the distance. Thinking it was a cow, he pursued the creature until he saw what it really was, lurking through his world. A mirror image of himself, looking back in the distance with milk-pale eyes. The user would then look to forum pages to find if any others had a similar encounter. However, each post would be deleted soon after posting. This would continue until he received a PM from a user by the name of Herobrine saying, "Hey, stop." After a month of research, it was found that Minecraft creator Notch had a brother named Herobrine. However, he had passed some time ago. This image would be the only remaining proof of the mysterious anomaly haunting players' worlds. This short story sparked an uprising in claims, videos, and pictures from players claiming to have seen Herobrine. Each one got more creative, with this anonymous figure destroying players' worlds in different ways, and even the discovery of shrines dedicated to spawning the demon haunting his brother's game. The concept of an evil NPC in players' worlds was easily proved to be false. However, even with this, the lingering thought of the possibility was still an active concept in the community. But why? Well, as I said previously, Minecraft is a large game. When you, the single player in a universe filled with an infinite amount of blocks, are alone for some time, it's easy for your mind to play tricks on you. You may think you saw something when you really didn't. However, after reading a story like this in the early 2010s, a time when anyone believed anything on the internet, you could truly convince yourself that you saw Herobrine. What even made it more realistic was the simple design. He was Steve, just with white eyes. So when you saw real Minecraft Herobrine footage, not fake, must see, on YouTube, everyone would see exactly what they imagined. Steve, but with white eyes. While skepticism was always in the play, Minecraft would make one of the biggest power moves they could to troll their audience. During the height of Herobrine's popularity, the changelogs for Minecraft 1.6.6 included the addition, "Removed Herobrine." I told you I saw him. I told you with white eyes. It was fake, obviously, but this sparked many kids to question whether the cow they saw grazing over the side of a mountain was truly something else. Something much more sinister. This is a fitting end to this video. And it might not affect everyone on this list, but it's truly the most impactful on myself. I have been playing Minecraft for over a decade. I have had years of fun with dozens of friends, both new and old. I have made hundreds of worlds, all comprised of different sculptures, buildings, games, activities, and whatever interesting stories took place between the blocks. I have made more memories in this game than I can say for any other game in my lifetime. However, it's clear that, as with everything, all worlds will come to an end. This was the first world I found diamonds in. I was told about them by my friend Alex from my Little League baseball team. My friend Manny and I would find them in this cave and build this world. This world was made with my friends Cam and Matt. They're actually in a band now, and I just saw them the other day. This was a home built with my friend Dylan. I haven't seen him in quite a while, actually. I think it's been about 8 years. This is a video made with my friend Tom playing the adventure map Herobrine's Mansion.
But he said that he dropped a jukebox and it's done.
Oh wait, no, dude, come over here. I see something on the mini map.
Wait, hold on.
I still talk to him now, and he'll probably see this video, to be honest. Time will continue to move forward, and there's nothing we can do about it. Friends will be left in the past, but new ones will appear in the present. Minecraft has gifted me some of the greatest memories I have, but the scariest part is that they will never happen again.
Are you like wrecking recording?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Hey, grab all the stuff from the chest.
I'm placing them in the water right now, so don't come in the water.
Oh, okay. I just need you all to like stand back and watch as I hit him off the edge. Okay?
What are you doing? Good start, good start.
Yeah, we're doing great here.
I wanted to do that time lapse, but like I said, I couldn't get my account on.
Hello, people of YouTube. Watch my first video in Minecraft Community World. I said that I was not going to do a speed build in my stadium. Yeah, right now I'm just getting started. I'm doing the speed build with Inferable Leo. He's part of my Xbox clan. This has been everything scary about Minecraft. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I actually stream, by the way, or am going to start to. If you want to watch me, feel free to look in the description for a link to my Twitch account, as well as other social medias. If you enjoyed, making this video takes a very long time, and it would mean the world to me if you could leave a like and comment. Doing so helps push it through the whole YouTube algorithm. You know all about that by now, and I really do appreciate it a lot. Let me know what you guys found scary about Minecraft, and I hope to see you all in the next video.